But if you have a lot of counter spells, or more counter spells than I think you have, then it's probably fine. Do I have time for a deck tech? I could do one, yeah. Moles to 4, so maybe we're gonna test some more of this Tron matchup, huh? Bant Snowblade. Oh, you have to, or before deck tech, you have to, you know, it is $10, 2 subs or channel points. So, cough up. Or, you know, say no thanks, I didn't realize. Oh. Turn 2 tower. It's I think 50,000. It's a lot of channel points. It's 50,000. There's a... It's on there in the channel point rewards. Yeah, I mean, it was 25,000 for the longest time, but we would just do like 15 channel or 15 deck techs a day or something. My opponent says, I don't want to be on YouTube. Okay. Alright, the price has been paid. Double Mayhem Devil is kind of good insurance against all his dust. I think I want one Seasoned Pyromancer though. I've got 2 cards in my hand that are good to discard. Yeah. The 50,000 channel points is super fair. It was honestly like underpriced for a really long time. It was honestly underpriced for a really long time. I would not recommend Subtlety. I think the card's pretty underpowered. That's kind of just going to be my first note, is I don't think that you want to play Subtlety. I do think Queller is fine, but I probably wouldn't be playing too many copies in this current environment. I'd probably be playing Force of Negation over Spell Pierce. It's like usually very strong to go Stoneforge with Force of Negation up. Wormcoil Engine. Hold on, let me take this turn real quick. So I have 1, 2 cards in yard. Should I minus Grist first? I think so. I'll get back to the deck tech. Just let me take this turn. So another Grist, Seasoned Pyromancer, and Bloodghast. If I take Bloodghast and I take Grist, I go minus. I don't think I can quite kill both worms. I can kill 2. I can only get 2 Mayhem Devil triggers. So I can't give the other Bloodghast haste. This is the newly controlled one, right? What a turn. So they block this Seasoned Pyromancer. We get to kill the worm token with the Mire. And I think I'm going to say no to Bloodghast to play around Ugin a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so I would like to go cut the Subtleties for Force of Negations probably, and then cut the 2 Spell Pierces for 4th Queller, 4th Counterspell. I like the 1 birds for Hierarch plan. You could consider playing Esper Sentinel, but then you can't play Counterspell probably. I'd probably like to see the first Filter Land in the deck too. I imagine you want the blue-green one, the blue-green filter land, maybe over Reflecting Pool. Maybe in addition to Reflecting Pool over like the Waterlogged Grove. I like the Sanctum Prelates a lot in the sideboard. You can also main deck them. And I've played main deck Sanctum Prelate in Bant. Oh, we won. Awesome. And I've really liked it. Man, this deck is cracked. Yeah, your sideboard looks good to me. I would really want to see a split of Chalice of the Void and Void Mirror. Probably at least the first Chalice over the third Mirror. Because that 0 mana does matter a lot, but I think your Cascade matchup's kind of fine with being able to ramp into Teferi. Good list. Those are my thoughts. Man, that was a crazy game. So against Tron, I do want to go down on Grist. I think I'm gonna go in -2, -2, -2. This looks pretty good. Trinisphere 2 months. Appreciate ya. Wise Sentinel. No counterspell. If you need green and white mana on turn 1, it's like really hard to also play counterspell in your deck with no Triome. Or like, I mean, you can do it, but your mana's just gonna suck. I keep this. How many channel points do I need to make the deck cost more? I mean, I already recently doubled the price. I think it's 50,000 is like a totally reasonable number. And like I do want to be able to engage with people, and I do want to be able to talk about people's decks. I do like doing them. They haven't been overwhelming since we upped the price either. Viserys here in this pile now. Is there anything else I can do for you while you're here? Alright, 1-1 in chat, we kill Urza's Mine, 2-2, we kill Urza's Tower. First one I see. Alright, 2-2. Oh wait, there's a power plant in play. Alright, I'll just have that be power plant. Alright, 1-1 will hit a Karn. Karn the Great Creator off Ragavan. 2-2 will hit a bad card. This Relic's pretty good against my double Kroxa, I guess. Can't quite cast that one. Do I just want to get my opponent to 1 card in their hand? I think, yeah. Just use the mana. Should we play a land pre-Ragavan hit? It doesn't matter. You don't have to cast the card immediately. You have as much. If your opponent's tapped out, it doesn't matter. You have like your entire second main phase to cast it. Alright, they got Tron again. One card in hand. Karn the Great Creator is easily the best hit, of course, as it like really always is. Okay. I mean, this could find me Fulminator Mage or Coco, which Spyro can't, so... I think we speed Spyro here. Alright, a little late. Fulminator Mage. My opponent, probably has something big to play. What brought the change of heart in Fulminator? Well, in this deck, Fulminator Mage is good because we're playing Collected Company and Unearth. Fulminator and Mana Dorks. Fulminator Mage is not good without like this very specific formula, right? But it is good with this formula, right? So, obviously, when I've been hard on Mage in the past, like I'm like saying like I don't like this in like your John mid-range sideboard. It also triggers yeah, triggers Mayhem Devil. Which has come up. They got Needle? Needle's so weird here. What, they can Needle Mage? They can Needle Grist? I mean, Needle Bombardment? Yeah, they might name Grist. They do name Mage. Okay. No ghost accusations, please. of down to cast that. How many people in chat didn't know that Grist could kill planeswalkers? Second Karn. Why couldn't my Ragavan have hit one of these cards, huh? Okay, they get Ballista, which can kill both of my guys, but then I can just O-Stone. I can't because of the Karn, sorry. Can't O-Stone. So we go Grist, and then they ping Ragavan in response. They don't ping Ragavan in response. Oh no! This is a huge punt! Oh no! Now they can just kill the Ragavan. I can't. Oh no. Sorry. I thought it was like you minus and you immediately sack the guy. That's a big punt. I need to play the mage. Good learning lesson. Alright, let's go to let's just go to game 3. What do you do when people say don't put me on YouTube? I mean, I just ignore it. I don't really know what they mean. If they're asking me to concede the match or to stop streaming, I'm just not going to, I guess. Like, you can maybe, this is maybe like a different conversation about, like, you could have like a long ethical conversation about it, but this is my career, and I don't feel like they are in the right to tell me to stop streaming or to concede the match, right? So I just think I just ignore it. Could they ask you to cover the name? I mean, that ask is like really, it's really, it would have to be something I set up. I guess you could, but also like, I don't know why it matters, right? They're just like an anonymous username on MTGO. Like, I'm not sure like what like their concern is with asking for their to not go on YouTube, right? I mean, just don't run this on YouTube. I mean, I don't know. It's like it is an interesting conversation, right? But it's also like I'm not showing anybody's face, anybody's identifying factors besides their username, right? It is a conversation to be had. I'm not saying like we just have to ignore it, but it's also like I've never run into this. I've never run into someone in my thousands and thousands of matches I've streamed. I've never had somebody make this request. I don't want to be on YouTube. And like I don't feel like it's a reasonable request, and I don't know how to respond to it. This is a new situation for me, right? I've never seen anybody else run into this issue where someone asked them to do this. I don't know how to react to it, and it's okay to be in like a weird situation like this and say, I don't really know how to react to it. And maybe I can form an opinion on it, but right now I don't really know. I don't really have one. Okay, that's a good draw. Yeah, I'm just not that worried about it, right? Yeah, I think you just ignore it. Just black out the name. Well, the problem with the name is like there's a name here, there's a name here, there's a name all in the log, there's a name up here. It's like 6 or 7 spots, and like the Magic Online screen like shifts sometimes, like when windows pop up. So it's a lot more difficult to block out someone's name on Magic Online than you might think. Yeah, but yeah, it's also like, I mean, this is like getting into like legal issues, right? But if you're in public, you can have your picture taken and you can't do anything about it. And this is even like less so like that extent where my opponent just has an anonymous username and nothing. There's no identifying factors about them here. So I don't personally see it as an issue. Yeah, it's just realistically, it's honestly just an unreasonable request, I think. And I'm not saying that like there can't be more of a dialogue about this issue if someone wants to opt out. But I at least I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, they also definitely could just have been joking there, for sure. Let's keep this. Put back a Catacombs. Theoretically, use an MP part of someone's identity, and they may check TOS. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like, if TOS is like, if it's against TOS to like stream MTGO because we're like revealing these usernames, then I'm fucked, right? I don't know. Radio Gaslight, thank you for 13 months. But again, I've streamed thousands and thousands of matches on MTGO. I've never run into this issue before, and so I think I'm just supposed to ignore it. At least for now. Okay, this seems like probably a terrible matchup. We've got sideboard game cards, I guess. Yeah, it's also like I'm not the only MTGO streamer, right? I'm not the this is like a really common thing to do. Yeah, just like every video game does this. Every video game streams people's like usernames. It's like Twitch as a platform just kind of doesn't function if this is against the rules. No, people keep saying just block out their username, but their username is here, here, here. It's over here on the right side a few times. It also like pops up in weird spots. It's here over. I guess it would be doable, but it's a lot more difficult than you would think it is. And also at the end of every single match, a window pops up saying who wins, right? So it's like I would also somehow have to have that that bar blocked out, which is like almost impossible, I think. I probably want to go Unearth Grist plus Kroxa here. Yeah, if you pop up the graveyard, it pops out. Yeah, there's just so many names. It's just everywhere on MTGO. Yeah, your win-loss record. It's way more complicated than you would think. I'm also saying it's easy, but if you're only doing it to people asking, it's not unreasonable to ask. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's I'm not saying I have a formed opinion on this issue, but it seems to me that it's like, I mean, this is my job to stream, and these videos go on YouTube. This is how I make money. This is my career. And when someone says, "Hey, like, you can't use this as content," it like that is detrimental to me. Obviously, it's not hugely, you know, I'm not going to starve to death because of this match. But it's like when someone asks that of me, like, you have to understand like what the implications of it are, right? And like it's like if I do this for every person who asks, like if I ever run into somebody online who has a negative opinion on me, which is obviously going to happen all the time because I'm a super toxic streamer. I'm not, all these things. Obviously, you're going to make, enemies whenever you're an online personality. If I ever run into someone who doesn't like me and they know I won't use this as content, when they ask, they'll just, tell me not to stream it, right? So it's just like, so I don't think it's a reasonable request to ask somebody to not stream or upload it to YouTube for these matches. I could be wrong. I could change my opinion on this. This is a new issue. I'm formulating my opinions. But at the time of making this comment, this is my take. That was me this last game. I just meant I don't want to lose this pile and end up on YouTube. It was a joke. The rationalization of this chat is so fucking lol. Yeah, I don't know. It's a conversation, right? But thank you for clarifying. But like in thousands and thousands of matches, it's never been an issue, right? And it's still a non-issue and just a joke. Moss of Mine, thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate you. But it is a conversation, right? Like I'm not saying that this is my opinion that I've formed over running into a weird situation. But in life, when you come into like these weird gray areas, you do have to try to figure out what's right and what's wrong. And I just want to make it clear that even though I have like this take formed over like 2 minutes, my opinion might just have to change at some point. But now we could just move on, yeah. Foundation Breaker. Not looking too hot here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd go Ragavan, kill their Foundation Breaker by sacking Ragavan. And that gives me enough cards to escape Kroxa. We probably still lose this game. We have main deck Foundation Breaker. That's not common, is it? Curious, what's the MTGO terms of use? Can find the answer. I don't know. I'm not going to look right now because I'm streaming. This is my job. Maybe I'll look later. Maybe somebody can look for me. But we can also just move on. All right, they've got one card. Are we dead? I guess they can sack their clue. They do. Oh wow! I can't believe we won game one. We probably have like a 10%, 5% chance to win game one. I even cut the second Chalice. Bushido Brown, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Appreciate ya. How good is Force of Vigor to kill their stupid clue tokens? Yeah. I'm really strict on people calling out ghosting here, where most of the time when chat calls out a ghost on Twitch, it's a witch hunt, and obviously some of the time they're gonna be right, but I'd rather just never falsely accuse somebody. Wait, is Mayhem Devil like crazy good against them? Opponents on a Glimpse of Tomorrow combo. Glimpse doesn't sacrifice, it shuffles, right? I don't know what a ghost is at this point. I'm too afraid to ask. That's probably for the best. A ghosting is when you're watching the stream while playing against the person streaming the game. Yeah, it definitely happens, right? It definitely happens. And we have run into situations where we've had opponents who are 100% ghosting. And I've even, called it out a lot of times it was happening, but it's also like at this, like that was also like, I was a little more vocal about it when the stream was smaller and it was like a bit easier to have a somewhat civilized conversation about it. But at this point, like the stream has gotten so big that it honestly just feels wrong to ever accuse anybody of ghosting just because of like how visceral the chat can get about it, Opponent suspends Glimpse. Can anybody translate the streaming thing there? Because, like, intellectual content, I don't think is opponents' usernames. I think we're probably fine. Thanks, Matthew. Alright. My Void Mirror had better be good enough, huh? Alright, they can just play cards. So if we draw a land, do we mage or do we Spyro? Let's just draw the land and then think about it, huh? Let's just draw the land and then think about it. Okay. Mission accomplished. Drew the land. I think I'll Fulminator Mage them. Permission to use other people's intellectual property. Well, that line, other people's intellectual property, the way I'm interpreting that is if you're streaming with music playing, you have to have permission to use the music. I don't interpret that as needing your opponent's permission to stream their decks. Like, I don't think that their MTGO identity, their decks are their intellectual property. I could be wrong. I'm not a lawyer, so I guess that's what I'm asking there, right? That's what I'm asking. But I believe what that means is music. They don't have a third land, so we chose wisely, huh? Yeah, if you have taken out a copyright on a deck list, then you can sue Aspiring Spike. And finally, exact your revenge on the time Aspiring Spike was mean to you in chat that one time. Alright, let's kill the Provisioner. Soon I will have my revenge from the time Aspiring Spike told me that Expansion Explosion was not playable in Modern. He's wrong. I've been 3-1ing Ephedems for months, and the times I've lost have been bullshit. Once my copyright is complete, then I will get to play against him, and I will sue the pants off of him for exposing my intellectual property. Alright, we really need this Ignoble Hierarch to live. Or draw a land. There's no tiebreaker. Whoever's at the top of the board wins. So Prince is currently ahead because Prince's name is at the top of the board. The tiebreaker is whoever gets the trophy last. That's how it works on Magic Online. I don't think it's good that it works that way. I think it should be the other way around. But it's not. This is how the goal is to be on top of the leaderboard. That was the stated goal. Be the trophy leader. That's how this board works. So that's our win condition, right? That's our win condition. Okay. I think against a Celestial Colonnade, I want to get Wrenn and Six going. What does winner get? So I have a bet. If I'm not the leader, I have to give 400 subs to chat, which I haven't done. I didn't realize this was going to be September. It's cheaper to gift all these subs. Main deck, rest in peace. No, not like this. Come on. Glory fades 4 months. Thank you, buddy. Getting main deck, rest in peace over here. We might still be able to win, but golly. Yeah, we have cards here. We're not dead to rest in peace. This is definitely a big part of this deck. Is rest in peace shuts off Wrenn and Six, Seasoned Pyromancer, Bloodghast, Kroxa, which is a big part of the deck. But you still have Goblin Bombardment, Collected Company, Seasoned Pyromancer, Grist, Mayhem Devil. All of these cards still just kind of function fine. Is our copium here? Grist cannot be forced. No, we got Ragavan too, of course. So I think I'm gonna go Dash Monke, attack for 3. Let's go! I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. This is a blessed league. I already pinged Wrenn and Six because that was a mistake. Didn't play to my outs. 2 free for the bean. 2 free for the bean. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, 2 in the main deck is kind of a lot, huh? Same amount of damage to attack here. If they have Verdicts, we're definitely not in good shape. But if they don't have Verdict, they're pretty dead. We got Spyro, we got Grist still. Of course. I determined to differ unqualified. I figured, but thank you for getting back to me. I figured that would be the case. Yeah, because of the Spreading Seas, I can't also Seasoned Pyromancer here. Bloodghast does have haste, though. Gotta keep kind of an eye on what I'm exiling. Okay, Grist can just kill that. Yeah, Grist is really, really strong. They minus on it, yeah. Makes sense. So, I don't think we have any else to just kill them here. Might as well cycle this. They put them to 2 though. What was this about September? Oh, right. I lost my train of thought. So usually the 400 gifted subs would be $2,000. Half goes to Twitch, half goes back to me. So it's like a $1,000 bet. But that is... it's like 20% less because of September. But the bet also started off as 200 subs. And I ended up upping it to 400. I kind of want to just play the second Grist here. This is maybe a bit of a spew. It's good if they are playing as Colonnade, my Grist, plus Prismatic getting the token. I think Wrenn and Six was best if we want to play second Grist. No, there's no way you ever minus Wrenn and Six here, because it's just definitely lethal over 2 turns. Oh yeah, I should have saved fetch for Mayhem Devil top deck. Yeah, this makes the next ping lethal more likely, but I think that there's like you're really not supposed to ping with Wrenn and Six here. You just have to keep that in play. Draw 2. Is Prince part of the bet? I mean, it's just me versus chat. Like it was just like this. I made the bet when when Prince was like kind of taking time off, I guess. But, you know, the goal is not to specifically compete against Prince. It's to, like, compete against myself and, like, give myself a reason to be, like, competing every single day and pushing myself to make the stream as good as I can be. And just to set a goal for myself. That's the point of the stream. It turned into a competition versus Prince because Prince is the only person that is, like, that has been in the race, like, for the last month, right? Because we've pulled it pretty ahead of everybody besides Canister, who would be in it, I think, if he didn't take the vacation, right? They've had 2 rest in pieces in game 1 here. So they might Charm, Steal, and Insect. I mean, Tunneling Cat can get a lot of trophies, but 10 trophies in 1 week is really, really hard. And that would be for Cat to catch back up. And that would also be with me and Prince getting 0 trophies when we're both going to be competing really hard. So I don't think that that's very likely to happen. Brain, thank you for your 5 months. Appreciate you. So they have to kill my Wrenn. They can do so with Colonnade. We also have a lot of top decks that kill them. Bombardment, Mayhem Devil, Coco can hit those cards. Bloodghast. If you shoot their dude instead. They stole at the beginning of combat before I could shoot their dude. You can't activate Planeswalkers at instant speed. So you want to do that post-combat? I think I just want to ping them and just make sure the Wrenn and Six is lethal the following turn. And Cat's in the chat. Hell yeah. Alright, so they have to deal with this insect. Do another land. Yeah, we're currently X1 dropping until the end of the race. We only have 1 week left. We don't have time to mess around anymore. You have Solitude? That would be so bad. Typhoon, okay. Losing this game would stink. I guess I'll play the Mountain for Spyro or Blood Crypt for Spyro. Maybe we're supposed to ping them instead of Teferi that one turn. There's 0 chance you're supposed to leave Teferi in play there, I think. Or close to 0 chance. When was my last 5-0? I have no idea how many leagues I've dropped, but it's been a lot. My last 5-0 I think was Thursday, Friday. Ginger Giraffe, thank you for 6 months. I guess I can look. It was the 3rd. Yeah, so I've definitely been in a dry spell. But I've also the last 3 days lost playing for 5-0 off stream. It's been pretty rough. Okay, so Mayhem Devil, Bloodghast are both lethal. The bombardments, no. This is the first turn. The whole game. This has not been a good draw. I mean, it's not a terrible draw. Shout out to all the Dryad Arbor stands in the chat. Shout out to everybody who suggested Dryad Arbor. But now any creature that we can resolve is going to be lethal. But they can also kill us in 2 turns with Colonnade, so if they're like one of the last 2 cards is a counterspell, we lose. Instead, they play Chalice on 2. So I'm probably destined to draw a 2-drop, but that's like... I think they should have Chaliced on 1 and attacked with Colonnade. So they need to have a not... Oh, that stupid Chalice! It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, whatever. The stupid Chalice. I can't believe I totally forgot about it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything, right? Like, yeah, I can't... Holding the Bloodghast doesn't do anything. Doesn't change this game. Yeah, they have Rested Peace Chalice. They have Rested Peace in play, chat. They have Rested Peace in play. Okay, so, but now we don't need to save the fetch land for Mayhem Devil. So I think it is correct to fetch to Thin. Because the Bombardment kills them. Oh, we don't have any fetches. I mean, it's the same thing. Alright, they have 1 card. If it's a counterspell, they win. If it's not, they lose. I didn't pay attention if they scryed or not. Yeah, counterspell hits by Chalice, but like a different, not actual counterspell like Charm, right? Cryptic. 2 free for the bean. 2 free for the bean. Oh my gosh, what a headache. What a headache. Beat main deck, 2 main deck Rested Pieces. We exiled 1 with the Prismatic Ending. How many Force of Vigors do we want? Probably just 2. Then we probably trim a Bombardment and an Unearth or a Coco or a Mayhem Devil. Probably trim a Coco. I don't know. Trimming Coco in this matchup's like... Even if it's like unimpactful, it's still an instant speed 4 mana at 2 for 1. We'll trim a Devil. The mid-range guy, thanks for your subscription. Appreciate ya. Love to see a new subscriber. Trim Unearth. Unearth is pretty good to pressure counter spells, though. And you can cycle it if they have Chalice or Rest in Peace, right? I think the Unearths are good. I think it would be fine to trim one. But it's just like, a lot of times you'll go like 3-drop, they'll counter it, and then the next turn you'll go 3-drop, they'll counter it, then you'll play a land and get back one of your 3-drops. And then that's a way to win. Yeah, format's really good right now. A lot of really interesting games. No, I think you want Force of Vigor over Culling Ritual against them. Culling Ritual does hit tokens, yeah. So it would hit our tokens. It would hit our cheapest spells, right? I think we get Stomping Ground, play Monke. Monke's like way better if their plan is to Chalice here. It's their Sharks. Yeah, I mean, but it's like it's sorcery speed compared to a Force of Vigor, right? And I think that Force of Vigor is way better than Ritual in this matchup, and I honestly don't even feel like it's much of a conversation. Seems like clearly better. All right, connected. I think newly spoiled standard card Snapcaster Mage. You've been debated, or at least I've been told you've been debated that was not a real spoiler. I think it's fine to play the Bombardment into a counterspell there. Yeah, the Delver of Secrets was real though. I don't know. I honestly think Snapcaster was fine in standard the first time, right? Or sorry, I only played Innistrad Return to Ravnica standard with Snapcaster. I'm not actually sure how. Like I know that it saw a lot of play, like when Mana Leak and Ponder were in the format, which was kind of absurd that those cards got to coexist. Or maybe it wasn't Ponder. Was it Preordain? There was one really good cantrip in standard with Delver. Whatever. At one point, it was really good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what the landscape would look like with Snapcaster now, but it probably would be fine. It was Ponder. Yeah, it was just before my time. I did go back and watch a lot of those Pro Tours of that standard format, but I never got to play that standard. Yeah, Mana Leak too. It wasn't extremely overpowered. Yeah. Miss land drop. No, we were on the draw. No, you're wrong. We're on the draw. We won game 1. So that's 4 cards in the yards. We need to draw a fetch land. I guess we can use the Unearth to escape Kroxa here. Let me attack first. Dever Snap was a powerful card until bannings. What got banned in Standard? In that Standard? I didn't think it was anything, was it? Oh, so I can use the Peatland. I don't need the Forest. It's not that good. It's not that good. I really feel like Kroxa Unearth Kroxa is better. Oh man. I don't think I can. I really don't think that I would be able to continue my career as a Twitch streamer. Oh, this is also so bad against Teferi too. But I just can't. I don't think that I would be allowed to continue my career if I let this go, you know, unhardcasted. I don't think it's the right play. But I would be. I think if I want to be able to continue streaming, I probably have to hardcast there. Chill, thank you for your 2 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, worth more than a 5-0.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Standard's been pretty good. I think calling the last 5 years of Standard. I mean, I'd probably responding to someone in chat. Yeah, I honestly think that Standard before Throne was kind of interesting, but I really liked specifically Kaladesh. The whole time Kaladesh was legal, I liked it a lot. How long ago was that? How old am I? Whose hands are these? Time Stretch TV, 3 months, buddy. Welcome back. Because of the Force, I don't get to Unearth and trigger the Typhoon. Mediocre Mage, 4 months. Appreciate ya. Do you rent all your cards? I own some, but I mostly rent. Sharkhat's been redeemed. Oh, that's a good time. Let me just try to find it. Oh, they had Rest in Peace. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where the Shark Hat is. My room's honestly a mess. It might not be in here. Yeah, oh. I need the desk. Yeah, can we get a refund on the hat? I don't see it. And if the mod who refunds the hat, if you could confirm when you refund. Sorry, I really don't know where it is. I think Corval's a little too slow. No, Darcy doesn't have a place in this deck. We don't have enough non-creature spells. Channeler has deck building restrictions, kind of unlike Ragavan, where like Ragavan just goes like in any deck, or can go in any deck that has like turn 1 red sources, compared to Channeler, where you have to be playing a really high density of cheap non-creature spells. That's all the Channeler really requires, is a high density of cheap non-creature spells. You don't have to have really that diverse of creature types or card types. So we're probably playing against Murktide. What's better than Chandra if you don't play green? What happened? Can I get a clip? Did I really not fetch on... I fetched on my upkeep? Obviously I did. Fuck. Well, that feels really bad. Now they get to bolt this, so we would have been able to Wrenn and Six. I'm not sure how that happened. I must have clicked yield through this turn instead of yield through instep like I usually do. Yeah, no longer a Blessed League. Oh no, we're doing okay. It's very, very important in Magic when you make a mistake like that to not let it get like too under your skin, because that's how you just lose an otherwise very winnable game, right? Our hand's still very strong. We're very likely to resolve Grist here. My opponent doesn't have a creature. Although it is possible I'm not supposed to... No, I'm supposed to play Grist. It's like way more mana efficient. It is definitely true that if they have Heat plus Murktide next turn, we're in bad shape, but they can't counter this. The Spell Pierce and Force don't get it. It's just like, just very good here, I think. I should have plus Grist first, because I hit Bloodghast. But now I'm going to just, assuming that this resolves. Ping, ping, ping. They discard Spell Pierce, so playing the land untapped first, played around Spell Pierce at least. Oh, we had a second bombardment. Nicholas, you can type !deck in the chat for the deck list. Okay, so we don't currently have a creature to sack to Grist, though, to kill Murktide. Isn't the OP Tygo? It might be. I'm not really familiar with the username. Alright, so I think we'll try to bait a counterspell with Wrenn and Six here. Okay, then let's try to go Unearth on Hierarch. And this does get blown out by a burn spell too, but I think we're supposed to go for Unearth minus Grist. Yeah, Dried Arbor again would be good here. Obviously, it would be good some amount of the time, right? Like, that's never really been in question. It's just like, I think it's going to be bad more often than it's good. I have iterations. Dash Ragavan. Okay, that's fine. No, the problem with the Dried Arbor counter is like, it's just like basically always bad to draw, or usually bad to draw. So if they have a counter spell for my Kroxa, we're probably going to be a little too slow. I'll leave Grist in the yard for Unearth. Don't need a second Kroxa in the yard. Feels terrible. Given they used one heat earlier, why not Earth Kroxa instead? You can't, if you Unearth Kroxa, you can't sack it to Grist. They top decked iteration. Still a winnable game. They had another Murktide Regent. Okay, maybe not winnable anymore. Yeah, their hand was like kind of disgustingly good, huh? And also we made that misplay on turn one, and I don't really want to think about it too hard how different the game would have been. But like potentially we would have been able to win. Yeah, unfortunately, Grist is not enough. We can bring in the Endurances. In this matchup, I think I've been going -1 Bloodghast, Bombardment, Devil for the Endurances. And I've been liking this matchup well enough. Like, you have Grist to kill Murktide, and then your deck is like pretty good against the rest of their deck. If you get an opponent that concedes to you because they're a fan, will I count the trophy? I don't know. I really, really hope that doesn't happen. Please do not concede to me in hopes of encouraging the trophy race. I really hope that doesn't happen. But if I'm like 4-0 and it happens, I'll be really upset. But it's like, I don't know. It's just a logistical bummer. I really hope nobody concedes to me for that sake. I think Bone Shredder is playable, yeah. Does this deck have room for Din of the Bugbear or other creature land? Not really, I think. I think you'd play more Peatlands. No, nobody's conceded to me from being a fan. I don't expect it to happen either. And really hope it doesn't. Is Culling Ritual not playable? Not in this matchup, no. Like, you're good against Ragavan Channeler with this deck. I'm not really concerned about those cards. The problem is Murktide Regent, which Ritual doesn't answer. Yeah, I don't think anybody would, but please don't if you're considering it. So usually if I have Seasoned Pyromancer and Bloodghast, I just hold the Bloodghast discard. Yeah, and honestly, like, real fans I don't think would like want to cheapen the trophy race by like giving a free win, right? Alright. Hierarch Living, assuming no gut shot. Sacking your 3 guys to kill DRC. Well, like, the Kroxa is getting sacked anyways, right? So getting to kill the Channeler for 2 tokens and keeping Grist loyalty high, I think was absolutely worth it in that spot, right? At least it seems worth it to me. I could be wrong, but obviously, like, that was a play that could have been made somewhat differently, but it really did feel like the right play to me. No beats, gifting us up with Cat, thanks. Yeah, honestly, anybody who concedes to me is just trying to ruin the trophy race. That's honestly like anybody who hates me because I told them Expansion Explosion isn't playable can, like, they can queue into me, concede, and then make a post on Twitter, talk about, oh, I conceded to Aspiring Spike to help out the trophy race. I think he got a trophy from it. And then I'll be ruined. So, any villains in the chat, I hope you're not listening. Yeah, just make a TikTok instead, of course. Why you gotta crap on Expansion Explosion? Sounds like something a villain would say. I mean, Expansion Explosion is the all-time most suggested card on this channel. It's not even really that close. But it's also like I go so hard on Explosion specifically because chatters also only ever suggest it when I'm flooded out, you know? They only ever suggested, Spike, you have 20 mana. Maybe you should add an Expansion Explosion to this deck. And it's like I have no spells. It's not like you're cutting a land for one of these, you know. But it's like, again, it's like only ever suggested when we have like 20 mana. And so I clown on it a lot. The TikTok username's already been revealed. It's Inspiring Timmy. I have like 20 followers on there now. But there is one post. Ooh, Lantern's pretty good here. Maybe we can Coco into Endurance. I'll fetch. Endurance Grist is probably the top 2. I'd also love a Spyro. Mayhem Devil wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let's get another Bloodghast to go with the Bombardment. Definitely not bad hits. If they have Heat and Murktide, we're in bad shape, though. Hit another Bloodghast. Serum Visions is the revealed card. So, if we can dodge and Holy Heat, we're doing good, but we're kind of doing good anyways. Could Bone Shards be a good cyber card? I think Bone Shards sucks. It's like, in a deck like this, you have 6 good cards to discard. Anytime you draw Bone Shards and a card that's not good to discard, it's just not a good exchange for you. Okay, so they're gonna crack. They need to sack the Lantern now because of fetch lands, but this is definitely a fine exchange for us. Yes! This just cuts off so many of their outs. Let's freaking go. Alright, save the land for Bloodghast, save the Bombardment for Seasoned Pyromancer because my opponent can't remove a Bombardment. Do you always want to Coco in your main phase because of Grist? Not if you're playing around counter spells, but if counter spells aren't an issue or sweepers, then you want to Coco main phase. But in Magic, it's very rare that you should always do anything. Okay, I'm going to resubmit and get some water real quick. Well, gotta send this one back. I want to keep 7. This hand sucks. I think we go to 5. Hand's better. Put back Seasoned Pyromancer. I might put back Ragavan. I'll keep the Ragavan. Sorry about the crinkling. I had to get a snack too. I mean, if we can go Bombardment, Resolve, Spyro, I'm feeling okay. I don't know. I mean, we mulled a 5 against Murktide on the draw. It's just like your percentages just go so down. Not much you can really do about it. I mean, I don't know. If somehow they just like don't have anything, and we get to resolve Spyro, Kroxa, kill both these with Bombardment, we are doing okay. Hit nothing off Ragavan. Protean Hulk, happy anniversary, 12 months. I think we have to play around a counterspell here. I mean, like, them using Archmage's Charm to counter Kroxa, because otherwise we get to sack and kill the Ragavan. We didn't have a better line than this. Game's not over. Not yet. Sorry. Oh no, Mayhem Devil is so good against us. Damn it. Let's hope they don't identify how good it is here. This deck needs Monke. We are playing Monke. Synergy with Mayhem Devil. Devil is so freaking good against us. We also didn't draw a spell to discard to Spyro, which is... We definitely couldn't afford to not draw a spell this turn, you know. I guess I'm going to try to save that for Seasoned Pyromancer. That could be how we win. Here's how Spike can still win Copium. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, just click through the blocks too. Yeah, 4-1 deck confirmed, sad. I mean, I don't think we weren't winning anyways. Bummer. Alright, let's finish up the league real quick, then bounce back into it. That'll maybe help some. I tried the 5-color Academy Manufacturer list with Vaults, Lunas, Ravager. I think the deck's terrible. That deck is truly awful. Isn't Yogg-Core like A+ tier? It's a good deck. A+ tier is not really accurate. Even if you are a master of the deck, it's like, you know, not always a well-positioned list. But if you're a master with it, it's, you know, basically always at least good. Alright, let's get a bombardment down. Deck really struggles with dragon? I don't know. Yes, it does. But we also have 4 Grists. We have more answers to dragon than a lot of lists do. I think it's just kind of hard to play more than that. Right? Them ending for my bombardment. Okay, it's fine. Windswept Teeth is kind of throwing me off. I guess they could be elementals, but no Kihira, so not sure. Build over Spyro, which we can unearth. But I consider playing 5/6 mana dork over Unearth. I think Unearths are really good in this list. I wouldn't recommend that change. I have no idea what's legal in Historic or what's good in Historic. I can't really speak on that question. I think I'm gonna get a little greedy. Discard the land. Guess I should have plussed first. A lot of value off the Grist so far, though. Got Spyro to Unearth and then Kroxa. Would jamming the Rogues package and going Luris be good? It's been done, but I don't think it's ever really seen much competitive tournament success. Fury. So they stack their triggers correctly. What did they pitch? Omnath. So this could be just elementals with no Monke. So I guess that's what it looks like. Yeah, Fury Ephemerate's pretty good, huh? Wait, what happened? Why didn't my opponent get another Fury trigger? What just happened? Oh, they did. They killed the Grist with it. Sorry. I don't know what I missed. Or why I missed that. So I can escape Kroxa here. Or I think it was Coco instead. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that they just did. I guess I'll play 1 fetch land in case I hit a Seasoned Pyromancer. I was hoping to hit another Grist, but I mean, this is obviously not terrible. And then I guess I will kill their Teferi. I think it's a rebound Ephemerate on Fury again. Blah. It's pretty good. I found this matchup to be really interesting. Like, what you need to do usually is assemble Mayhem Devil or Bombardment to control the board before they cascade out of control with their card advantage. The fact that they had ending for our Bombardment on turn 2 makes this game pretty interesting, I think. I think I'll fetch here, and then Coco on my turn. Play the land again first because of Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, we didn't hit a second card, but Grist is maybe the best card we could hit. Unless they have another Ephemerate. In which case, you know, good beats, right? Okay. Then I think we just cast this Bloodghast. Got enough life to work with. Just have Kroxa in the yard, 2 Seasoned Pyromancers. Dude, I've been loving this deck. This deck has been really, really good. Obviously, we haven't got trophies with it yet, but we've got a lot of 4/1s, and the deck has really been feeling great. Did we miss 2 damage? No, the Bloodghast didn't have haste. Fury pitch Omnath. I guess they get to kill my entire board, but I mean the Omnath would have been pretty good here. I guess I'll sack a Peatland first. Alright, I can't have the Bloodghast enter with haste. Pseudo Chow, thank you for 9 months. Appreciate you. It's fine, just escape Kroxa. I don't know what their hand is. They pitched Omnath there. They pitched Solitude. Okay, I guess they must just be like Solitude, Solitude. So the main phase of Solitude, exile my Kroxa, and I get to gain nice 6 life. We've got pretty good attacks. Got a lot of good draws. Alright, so we'll play Mayhem Devil, kill Solitude, attack for 6. It is kind of crazy that we played through so many Furies this game, and they ending their Bombardment, and we're just still outvaluing Elementals. Kind of wild. Whereas Dress Down, Grixis Shadow, Blue Black Control. I like both those decks. I actually lost last night with Grixis Dress Down, playing for 5-0. I think the deck's good. I meant to play a league today and ended up getting refocused on this deck, I guess. So what was I doing yesterday? I was bringing in the mirrors, and then I think I was cutting a Wrenn and Six, maybe both Wrens. I think that was it. No Reef? Yeah, but it's also like just for a deck like ours where we have our like build around Peace Bombardment removed and to get Fury triggered like 3 or 4 times. Just is a very good sign for the deck. I think we have to mulligan this. We also like would have probably been able to kill a Reef too. You think this deck needs Wrenn? If you want to cut Wrenn for budget reasons, it's fine. You need to play like at least 23 lands without Wrenn, and you know you're gonna flood out more often. Is kind of like the issue. Wrenn and Six is also just a phenomenal card, but it is one you could cut. It certainly is not like a mandatory card. Minor misplay, sack of Bloodghast that could have attacked over the one I had in hands. I believe that happened. So if we play Void Mirror or Bombardment, both of these are bad against Teferi. I'll just play the Mirror. It's fine, whatever. Manowar, 17 months. Appreciate you. Reef. Well, so Bombardment was definitely better against Reef, huh? So this turn I think we want to play Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, and we get to actually save our fetch land here. I think I'll discard... Because I have the fetch land, I think I'll discard the Bombardment. That's pretty cool. Thanks again, Manowar, 17 months. Name red. So Omnath, okay. Omnath's very good here, but we do get to kill the Reef at least for not that high of cost. Did I update the list in Stream Decker? I think so, yeah. Should be. 3 mana, it's Fairy. That's the Mayhem Devil. I think I'm gonna go Seasoned Pyromancer, discard Bloodghast Hierarch. Oh, they have Endurance. Ugh, that's really good. How much to run this list with the Dryador for a full league? $10,000. Shakasha, 3 months. Appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the content. Other than having to pretend you like me, what's the hardest part about streaming as a full-time job? Probably just like how difficult it is to take breaks, or at least how difficult most people act like it is. I mean, it's like you just lose so much momentum if you take vacations or take a few days off that I like never do, and it is hard, but it's rewarding. If they have Ephemerate, obviously get blown out. It's down for like 1,000. Yeah, sorry, it's like $9,000 too little. It's only 10% of the fee. Did you Solitude off the Unearth? I might be going to game 3 here. It's not really doing that bad. The Ephemerate gets countered by the Mirror. What do you think the number of targets you need to play Ephemerate as a 2 of? Probably like 10. Why do you hate Arbor so much? I mean, have you ever drawn Dryad Arbor? It really makes your sequencing and everything awkward and bad, right? It's really bad to draw Arbor, But it is obviously good if you're only ever tutoring it when you don't need the fetch land for other mana. Thoughts on Viserys or Carrion Feeder? Obviously I don't think that they would be good. The reason I'm not including them is like Bombardment's great. Like imagine drawing Carrion Feeder Seer here. It doesn't do anything. Bombardment kills both my opponent's Risen Reefs, maybe Solitude. It is going to be able to control the board, right? And then Feeder also is also only good when you have creatures that are good to sacrifice. Obviously Bombardment is too. But Bombardment's I think just a lot easier to get to be good compared to cards like Viserys or Carrion Feeder. What's keeping Elementals from being top tier? This deck. It's really Tron, I would say, is like kind of the big bad matchup. And it's really not a matchup that is particularly solvable. And I guess we can keep playing. I was really hoping to draw a little bit more gas off the Spyro. That's fine. Is this deck doing as well as I thought it would? It's been doing very well, yeah. I mean, I maybe expectations are kind of out of control, but for like a brand new brew to be very consistently 3-2-4-1-ing, or like we have a very, very positive win rate with the deck. I don't know exactly what it is. We've been doing very well overall. It's not, it's not absurd, but we've been doing very well with it. It's been a very good deck. Tron and Control? I would think that Elementals has a good Tron matchup. Is that not the case? So I guess they could cash in their Teferi for a couple cards. A lot of cards, actually. No, I wouldn't play Vial in this deck. Yeah, we have 4 Cocos in this deck. What are my thoughts on Black Green Yogg? Fine, it's a fine deck right now. You have to master it though. It's not super well positioned, but if you're a master, you'll win with it. Scammed? Did I miss something? Add Dryad Arbor, don't cut a lance, you're less likely to draw it. Big brain. Alright, let's go to game 3. Yeah, I think Elementals is typically favored against Control, but I could be wrong. haven't played that matchup very much. Okay, let's keep this. Probably put back the second Hierarch. I think Elementals has a fine hammer matchup. Solitude and Fury are both great against them, right? They have a Sideboard guy with Black Red Luris. Yeah, I posted a it's kind of out of date on Channel Fireball, but there should be one. Yeah, I'm doing another league after this. This isn't my last one. I ended kind of early the last 2 days, so I definitely don't want to end early today. Something like 1-7 record with Elementals versus Control. Yeah, I guess my impression might be wrong. I'm not sure. I just haven't played the matchup. Oh, did we hit a Grist? And now Grist is unfuriable. It's a pretty big deal. I think I'm gonna play another league with this deck. I'm really jiving with it today. We've been doing really well with it. We're currently 5-2, which is obviously not insane, but the deck has been feeling great, and especially when you have like a new deck like this that is somewhat of an unknown quantity, you do gain a lot of value by playing it while people are not experienced playing against it, you know? Yeah, but I'll try to play Dress Down tomorrow. No Solitude is nice. Roll over a Kroxa. Bug, 12 months. A lot of 12 months today. Very cool. Once the season ends, I'm going to play more janky decks. Maybe like a little bit, but I know that we've had a lot of new people to the channel over the last 3 months, but this has never been a channel where I just play janky decks or whatever I want. You know, I've always tried to build decks that I think are competitive and unique, or you know, kind of attack the metagame from an interesting angle. That's always been my stated goal. Maybe I don't always succeed, but that's what I'm always trying to do, and that hasn't changed and is not going to change. Arguing for cutting the Hierarchs. You need the mana acceleration with Hierarch. Hierarch's really, really important. This deck also has a lot of gas. Obviously, sometimes you run out of gas, but the mana acceleration is really important. You have a lot of mana sinks. You have a lot of value in this deck. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Their Prismatic Endings, pretty good. Only one card left in their hand, though. A good draw. Yeah, Gilded Goose bad for sure. I used to do donation decks, Tyla, but just like the problem with donation decks now, or doing them now, is just with complete humility, I would get too many requests and I would have to deny a lot of them too, just because like. I mean, I would have to deny some in the past, and I'd have to like just turn down even more because they just like wouldn't be good to stream, or I wouldn't be that interested in streaming them. And I just think that it's really hard to do donation decks with 100% humility with how large the channel's gotten. It's a lot more difficult compared to when we had 400, 500, 600 average viewers. It's like a lot easier to do it at that size because people like know each other more. The community's a lot smaller. You can give people more individual attention, and it just is what it is. And I think it's gonna be very difficult to do donation decks going forward. But thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you. It was honestly, it was just getting harder and harder the bigger the stream got too. Yeah, almost 5-0 with Spell Shift was a good day. I'll obviously always remember those days fondly. And it's also definitely true that if chat sends me like a really sick list that I want to play with, I can always just play with it, right? Free of charge, But I think at the size the channel is, I just need to be doing what I want to do, right? I just need to be doing my own thing. It's a Baz, play points. Which I am running kind of low on. Alright, let's run it back. I'm really liking this deck where we've been